Okay, you're thrust into the limelight as a 17-year-old on Britain's Got Talent. How old do you think you were when you realised you had that voice?
Reporting from the Global Entertainment Desk in New York City, we are launching an intensive investigation into the radical personal and professional evolution of Britain's most beloved vocal export. Jonathan Frederick Antoine, the tenor who first shattered reality television molds on Britain's Got Talent in 2012, is stepping into what he calls his 10,000th chapter, a defining era that marks his 30th year on this planet. He is no longer the shy, underdressed teenager Simon Cowell once doubted. He is a sovereign, independent artist worth an estimated $4 million, currently charting a roadmap that merges a massive world tour with a life-changing personal relocation. The question dominating fan-twine forums from London to Los Angeles is no longer just about his 4-octave vocal range, but about his new base of operations. Today, we pull back the curtain on why Jonathan Antoine is moving his headquarters to the heart of the United States and how this Manhattan strategy will anchor his 2026 global takeover. The Manhattan Migration, why the Big Apple is the new Antoine headquarters. In a strategic move that has sent shockwaves through the classical crossover industry, investigative evidence confirms that Jonathan Antoine is officially trading the quiet streets of Hainault, Essex for the high-octane energy of Manhattan. For over a decade, Antoine operated out of a supportive family bubble in the UK, even building a private recording studio on his property to maintain his independence. However, as he prepares for a 2026 world tour of unprecedented scale, the move to New York serves as a logistical and symbolic anchor for his North American operations. Stateside demand has reached a fever pitch, with ticketing giants like Ticketmaster and Stereoboard already establishing waitlists for his 2025-2026 tour. By establishing a permanent base in New York, Antoine is positioning himself in the world's media capital, allowing for seamless collaboration with American legends like Diane Warren and closer proximity to the PBS stations that have turned his specials into fundraising juggernauts. This isn't just a move, it's a shifting paradigm that allows the tenor to seize the world with his own hands. For the American audience, this migration marks the definitive arrival of a global star who has finally decided to call the country that championed his solo career home. The Big Apple vows, uncovering the October 2026 wedding reveal. Central to Antoine's decision to relocate is a deeply personal roadmap that leads straight to a wedding altar in the heart of New York City. Exclusive data from the couple's honey fund registry has revealed that October 3, 2026 is set to be the most significant date in the tenor's personal history, his wedding day. Jonathan Antoine is officially preparing to wed Coretta Rowland in a grand celebration in Manhattan, surrounded by amazing family and friends. This revelation marks a definitive shift in his private life, signaling a new chapter of stability and partnership as he navigates his 30s. The choice of a New York wedding is a powerful homage to the American fans who waited 6 long years to see him live before his 2021 holiday tour. Industry insiders suggest the ceremony will be a high-production event, potentially reflecting the grandiosity of his operatic roots while maintaining the down-to-earth nature that has made him a household name. As fans across the USA prepare to celebrate this union, the Manhattan base provides the perfect staging ground for a life where personal happiness and professional ambition finally hit the same high note. Destination Japan, the honeymoon sabbatical and global rejuvenation. Beyond the altar, the investigative trail follows the couple's dream honeymoon to Japan, a journey that serves as a strategic pause before the 2026 concert schedule intensifies. Their comprehensive wish list includes a blend of high-octane modernism and deep historical immersion, from sampling Japan's world-renowned cuisine to visiting ancient temples. The couple is particularly eager to experience Tokyo Disney, a move that aligns with Antoine's lifelong love for the Disney repertoire, which he famously performed with the Royal Philharmonic Orchestra for his Going the Distance special. Perhaps the most unique aspect of their Japanese odyssey is the request for a night at a traditional ryokan, complete with home-cooked Japanese meals and a sumo tournament experience. For an artist who has spent his career giving temporary respite to others through music, this sabbatical is a vital act of self-care. By stepping away for this sabbatical, Antoine is ensuring that when he returns to his new New York base to launch the 2026 tour, he does so with a global perspective and renewed energy. This journey signifies a transition into a shared life of adventure, proving that for Antoine, the distance he is going is now measured in global horizons and personal growth. The heroic 120-pound metamorphosis, building the athlete for 2026. A fundamental pillar of Jonathan Antoine's readiness for his new New York life and the grueling 2026 World Tour is his heroic physical metamorphosis. Having lost approximately 120 pounds, 54 kilograms, Antoine has used the last several years to solidify a holistic health strategy built on 5 sophisticated pillars: sustainable nutrition, regular exercise, mindset transformation, progress tracking, and community support. Sapuru. He has been remarkably candid with American audiences about the struggle, admitting that his previous tours in fast food-loving America initially led to a terrible state of health. By walking 10,000 steps a day and transitioning from light exercise to strength training, he has built the athlete required to handle the rigors of an international tour and the emotional demands of a new marriage. Antoine now describes himself as feeling stronger and healthier than he has in over a decade, a status that has significantly boosted his onstage confidence. This transformation is the ultimate proof of his dedication to his art. Analysts suggest that this newfound stamina is the literal key to his 2026 success, ensuring he can deliver elite-level vocals like his world-renowned Top C across multiple continents without fatigue. The 10,000th chapter sound, Galleon versus Against All Odds. As Antoine establishes his new 2026 base, music industry insiders are tracking the final stages of his next solo release, which carries the evocative working titles of either Galleon or Against All Odds. Antoine has noted that the title Galleon was selected because it represents a vessel going places and traveling through the water, a fitting metaphor for his own relocation across the Atlantic. While fans hope for a return to classical roots, current data from late 2025 suggests the album will feature mysterious and fun elements that are significantly more contemporary than his previous decade of work. This sonic metamorphosis aims to bring his style closer to the cutting edge without causing whiplash for his loyal operatic base. Recording for this breakthrough project has been possible through the generosity of a supporter who helped him build the home studio that became his creative sanctuary. For American listeners, this record represents the definitive arrival of the mature tenor, merging his high-fidelity vocal wizardry with the raw, honest emotions of a man entering his prime. The album is expected to form the backbone of his 2026 repertoire, blending the timeless power of Puccini with a modern aesthetic intended for a different age. Neurodiversity as the Artistic Matrix, a message of kindness from New York. Jonathan Antoine's 2022 autism diagnosis has become the definitive lens through which he views his new life and his 2026 roadmap. He famously uses the matrix metaphor to explain how every person has a unique filter over base reality, urging his audience to look through someone else's glasses to foster empathy. In the USA, where neurodiversity awareness is at a cultural peak, Antoine's openness has struck a deep chord. He has become a spokesperson for those who feel atypical or marginalized, turning his concerts into safe spaces for human connection. This message is further amplified through his literature, including Jonathan the Porcupine and Jonathan and the Magical Cape, which help children navigate the effects of bullying, an issue he faced since age 4. By establishing his base in New York, Antoine plans to expand his advocacy work, using his platform to support causes like pediatric brain tumor research and animal welfare. His commitment to a general loving attitude remains his core mission, ensuring that his 2026 performances are as much about social diplomacy and kindness as they are about vocal excellence. Each note in his 2026 tour will be a testament to the beauty of a brain that works differently. Broadway and the West End, Theatrical Ambitions, and the July 2026 Leak. The investigative roadmap for 2026 indicates that Jonathan Antoine is ready to expand his life journey into the professional theatrical world. When questioned about a move to the stage, Antoine offered what he called a long-winded maybe, stating that while musicals seem like a lot of responsibility, he works best when people are relying on me to do something interesting. Evidence of this pivot is mounting, with a semi-staged concert premiere of the new musical Rosie, scheduled for March 17, 2026, at the Adelphi Theatre in London. More intriguingly, a leaked choreographic collaboration for July 2026 suggests Antoine is undergoing movement training to evolve from a static tenor into a dynamic stage actor. For his American audience, the prospect of Antoine in a Broadway production while based in Manhattan is a dream years in the making. His history of performing musical theater pieces like Empty Chairs at Empty Tables and Bring Him Home has already proven his technical command of the genre. As he enters 2026, this theatrical ambition represents a shifting paradigm where his personal life in New York could very well align with a starring role on The Great White Way, definitively shedding the reality star label. Global diplomacy, conquering international stages ahead of the 2026 move. While his future base is in New York, Jonathan Antoine has spent the last year establishing himself as a global cultural ambassador, performing in historic locations that prove his universal appeal. He was treated like absolute royalty in Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam, collaborating with a local choir on a rendition of Country Roads that left a profound mark on his heart. His diplomacy extended to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, where he was one of only 4 world-renowned artists invited to perform a tribute for legendary composer Omar Khayyat using cutting-edge immersive audio technology. In Turkey, he appeared for a spectacular evening at the ancient amphitheater at Ephesus, performing where gladiators once fought.
These international dates are strategic maneuvers designed to test and expand his global reach before he establishes his new permanent base. For his US fans, these performances are a promise of the high-caliber production and cultural depth he brings to every show. Antoine views music as a miracle that can provide a temporary respite from the quarrels of the world. And his successful international engagement ensures that his 2026 world tour is backed by a proven track record of captivating diverse audiences on nearly every continent. The $4 million Sovereign Fund, Independent Business Mastery for 2026. As Jonathan Antoine prepares for the financial responsibilities of a new home and a new family, his investigative profile reveals a masterclass in modern artistic independence. Eschewing the traditional major label models that often drain an artist's resources, Antoine has built a sovereign economic powerhouse worth an estimated $4 million. His wealth is anchored by a massive digital presence, including a YouTube channel that has surpassed hundreds of millions of collective views. By utilizing a successful crowdfunding model on ArtistShare, he has effectively democratized his production process, allowing fans, the Antoine Angels, to fund high-concept projects like his songbook series with legendary American hitmaker Diane Warren.
This financial autonomy is critical to his 2026 move. He possesses the capital to tour on his own terms and establish a permanent base in New York without corporate interference. Managed exclusively by his mother, Tracy, and sister, Charlotte, Antoine has maintained a family bubble that ensures his art is never traded for quick fame. This stability ensures that when he launches his 2026 tour from his new Manhattan base, he does so as a successful entrepreneur and a sovereign tenor at the height of his professional and economic powers. The renaissance of the tenor and the unified future. In conclusion, the Jonathan Antoine heading into 2026 is a man in full bloom, a tenor, an advocate, an author, and soon, a husband. From his heroic 120-pound weight loss and 2022 autism diagnosis to his $4 million independent empire and upcoming New York wedding, every investigative data point points to an artist who has successfully navigated the matrix of sudden fame to find genuine happiness. With the 2026 World Tour waitlists growing and his new album Galleon on the horizon, he remains dedicated to his core ambition: I just want to sing. For the Essex lad who once cried alone in school, the stars are finally aligning in both his professional and private life. As his relocation to a new 2026 base marks the 10,000th chapter of his journey, the world is waiting with bated breath for the most spectacular performances of his life.
Jonathan Antoine is no longer the underdog who lost BGT. He is the sovereign titan ready to conquer the stage and the heart alike from his new home in the Big Apple. 2026 will undoubtedly be remembered as the year the man with the miracle voice finally found his peace.